essential business. So I'm able to stay open throughout COVID. I was a victim of all of the protesting.
Hey, it's Kellen, and today on Diversified Game, all the way from LA, I got Takisha Clark of Capital Postal Mailbox Service. She's going to show us how she has been an entrepreneur for a long time in her latest venture, as well as letting us know about her reality TV show that she is shooting the pilot for, and what are the next big plans for her. Takisha, welcome to the show.
Hi, welcome.
Thank you for coming on. This is just, like I say, a conversation that can be heard around the nation. And, we like to talk about entrepreneurship. And I know from other interviews you've done, your grandparents, like mine, were entrepreneurs. So you saw it at an early age. I saw it coming up. You won't remember the 80s, but I saw it coming up from the 80s. And the hustles were, they were various, from daycares to all type of stuff. So how, not how you got started, because people can go see that interview, but this business that you're in right now is the Postal Service.
Correct.
How did you even get the idea to say, that's what I want to do? I mean, you weren't working for UPS or the United Post. So how did this get inspired to do this type of business?
Well, when I had my tax company, there was a postal store right next door to me. And I seen it go from doing really bad to doing really good. The lady that owned the store, she was selling it, but I had just started my Liberty Tax store at the time, and so of course I wasn't ready to purchase it at the time, but it was something that when I seen the person she sold it to, when he moved in there, how he took it from ground zero, and then I seen him like really, really grow, and it really started doing really well. And I was like, And I always used to go over there and talk to him and, conversate with him and things like that, and ask him different things about, the postal, how it works and everything like that. But how I really, really got involved was a friend of mine. I don't want to say her name, but we went to school together, and she had contacted me when I had my tax business, and she was selling all of her postal stuff. So she had contacted me because she knew I had a business. She didn't know I wanted to do a postal store. And she contacted me and asked me, did I want to buy it? Because she had, I guess, let her business go. And so she was trying to get rid of all the stuff. So she had a whole store of everything to set up. So I purchased it from her. And then 2 months later, I started my store.
Now you purchased a ready-made store, a business in a box. But I would think that, Postal, there's so many like clearances they probably make you go through, and did you get certified? And what are some of those things for someone saying, well, that's a cool idea. She kind of reminds me of myself, round the way girl with the red hair, with the flair. Like, what did you have to qualify for as far as business, and did you do that first or after?
So yeah, what happened was I did my research. I had to do that before even opening my store, because I was not sure on how to run it. So I ended up finding this company called RSA, which is a retail shipping association. So I joined the association. And once I joined the association, I took the classes and the trainings that they offer to all of the independent postal stores that want to become owners or managers or whatever. They offer all the training for that. So once I did that, I did my own research first, and then I found them, and then I went and took their training. But I started my store before I actually took their training. I went and researched up everything on how to do this, how to do that on my own. But then once I went to their training, I just got in depth with on how to run it and how to operate the postal store, and it helped me a lot to really, really to do great. So
it's the RSA, correct?
RSA, they're called Retail Shipping Association.
Now, something I preach a lot that makes my businesses stand out is I go to conferences, I join organizations. To me, they make the difference. It sounds like RSA made the difference in you taking the next step and being successful in this business. Is that correct?
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
They,
And
it was a very, very important step in me being able to, move to the next level or go to the next level.
okay, and let's just talk about that. And there may be other groups that you are a part of that are like that, but there was probably a membership fee, correct? And it probably wasn't $20 or $100. I bet it started probably at 800.
No, actually, the membership wasn't the high fee. It was the classes to take. Those classes is very expensive. Then sometimes you have to fly out to, be able to take the classes because sometimes they don't have them in California at the time that you might be able to go. But they do have them mostly all over. But depending on what time you can actually take that course, you might have to fly to go take it, and then you got to pay for your room and board and and the class. So I did. I was able to catch them when they was in California, so I looked up on that one. But what I did was I did pay for my hotel stay, and then I paid for the classes that I needed to take in order to certain things that I felt that I needed to help me scale the business and stuff like that. So I took operational ownership 101, and then I also took mailbox. I forgot the number of that course, but I took mailbox rental. It's a number, but I can't think of it at the moment. But it was something that I needed so I can understand the depths of, being able to rent out my mailbox. How does it work from in and out? I needed to learn. That's how I found out where the software, I was able to purchase software through their vendors. I was able to purchase POS systems through their vendors. I was able to just find vendors through them as well to help me grow my business as well.
Okay. And so, taking those classes and all of this is coming, this is thousands of dollars. But would you say, a lot of us, we can save up, we can get that money starting from scratch. But where the class is hard, people want to know, did the classes have, calculus and geometry where you had to know, how many inches, because that throws a lot of people off from even just starting.
No, the classes is not hard. What they are, though, they are long classes, and they're detailed, but it's a lot of information. So sometimes, a lot of information can cram you to where you be like, oh my God, this is a lot to take in. But it's not about you being able to sustain it all right at the moment. It's being able to leave there and go back to the information and go over the information and obtain it on your own. So that's really what I was able to do, and that's how I did it, because it was a lot to take in all in one day, and I think I did 2 classes in a day, and then the next day I did 2 more classes or something like that. So it was just a lot of important information that we need. But, I was able, because they give you everything that they speak about or talk about or teach about, they give you a handbook on it. So they give you the information to take home with you. So all you have to do is just put in the time and the effort and the work, and you'll figure it out.
Okay, so it sounds very doable as long as you put in the time
Mm-hmm.
and save the
Yeah.
money. Now, what about, background? Because you have to have, top flight security clearance to get into this and be an owner?
Well, it's just you don't have to have top flight security, but certain things it does require, depending on what things that you're going to be offering in your store. So everything don't. I mean, they do background checks on everything, but you don't have to have, as long as you ain't no killer or, you know. But it's certain things that does require background, like live scan require background. What else? I think FedEx run a little background check on you, depending on what services that you're going to provide. They run background checks, but not every service do. So it's services you can provide that don't run background checks. So I tell people to just go for it if that's what you want to do, because everything don't run a background check. And
Okay.
then
And
just
then
put your kid, add your kid on if they 18. Let them be the owner. you know.
no, that's real. We have a healthcare company here in Florida as well. And, sometimes depending if somebody's record, how it was, and it can say how tied in, even like your accountant, right?
Right.
You have to, sometimes it depends on where you're at, but it's just been interesting to kind of learn, and, from state to state, the different rules and regulations. And I would say, I could see if they say if you're doing fraud, you couldn't have
Right.
a postal
Right.
company. But
Right.
if you were selling marijuana and you weren't using the postal office, I would say, can that slide? Because a lot of people just got caught up with, selling a nick or a
Well,
zip.
stuff like that, like, that kind of stuff. I believe that kind of stuff is not relevant because it hasn't. Well, I don't know. When it comes to shipping, I don't know. That could be a possibility. I never looked at it like that, but I wouldn't think so. But, we are shipping postal kind of store, so we got to be careful, things of that nature of,
When it
we
comes to
be
shipping,
mindful. Huh?
when it comes to shipping, are there things that you can guard and like protect yourself if somebody is trying to ship, cannabis, let's say?
Well, it is well, no, not really, unless we feel like that individual is suspicious or something, or they're doing something out of the ordinary. We look for clues like that. But if somebody come in with, this is like the post office. Somebody come in with a box and ship, you know, we can't check their box. We can't open their box. You know what I'm saying? That's out of our hands right there. But if we think that that person is doing something suspicious, then of course we can alert the higher uppers, but we can't, it's not our job to be able to detect every box that come through here, what is in it. Because we're not entitled to open that box up and check that box. That'll be, you know, though that'll be a legal issue at that time.
You can't go Karen on them and say, what's in that box? I got you.
I mean, we can ask now if they tell us that, we can say, so what are you shipping? On a just a conversational kind of ask, not on like trying to be the policing them. But we can general conversation, but who's really gonna tell you what they really got in their box, especially if they got something like that in there. So, but we basically go off of, just if they give out any suspicious kind of act or doing something that just seemed like there may be some fraud involved or something like that, then maybe that'll be somebody that you might think, okay, maybe he could be doing something that's not legal. But at the end of the day, I don't judge anybody. They ain't coming for you. I don't judge anybody. I don't put no jacket on nobody. So, I do my job and I let the higher uppers do their job. Just put it like that. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day.
No, I get it. I get it. I just, I'm thinking of so many different things, and I'm saying, I wonder if any of her friends ever pranked her and brought her a box and it just was ticking real loud. And, Just
No, thank God. If I heard a ticking box, if something was ticking, I would definitely be like, you gonna have to open that box or you gonna have to take that somewhere else because I ain't shipping that. If I heard a box with some ticking in it, oh no, I'm not sending that. I don't care. They gotta go.
okay.
I will refuse the right to provide service to them because yeah, I couldn't. I wouldn't be able to. I wouldn't be able to to try to ship that and leave that in my office. I'd be too scared. I don't know what's in there.
Okay, now you being from California, I'm from California, as I told you.
Hmm.
I didn't see anybody who looked like you having a postal company. I see it now that I lived in the South. I've seen it in Louisiana. I've
Hmm.
seen it in Texas. I've seen it here, even right here in South Florida. The lady, right here, black woman, Jamaican. Did
Hmm.
you know anybody who looked like you who was in the postal business?
Just the guy next door from me that I told you when I had my tax office. He was next door. He was black, but he didn't. But at first, the first owner he purchased it from a Hispanic woman,
Mhm.
and then he was there, and I was there at that office for almost like 5 years. So he was there probably like 4 of the years I was there. So we ended up, become really good friends. Like I still talk to him now to this day. Like we're really good friends. And he came over when I first opened my store to come check it out, and see, how things was going and things like that.
But you didn't know any women who looked like you.
No, I still don't.
Okay. So, and that's it's newsworthy for businesses like this because a lot of times, we're portrayed, and sometimes it's true as we just want to do sports, we just want to dance, we just want to, do something in entertainment. But this type of business that you have, I mean, you can franchise this out, or maybe it's already a franchise. I don't know. Put me on game, but let me know, is the franchise model somewhere where you want to have, 5, 10, 100 of these? And give us the
so
game.
so I'm franchising Capital Postal and Mailbox Service as we speak. I'm in the legal. We're on the legal, doing the legal side of it right now. But we should be launching pretty soon with the franchise part. But I plan to take it global. That's my goal. I'm planning to take it global. I'm not just looking to do it in California or just go to Vegas or just New York, or I'm trying to take it all the way global if I can, because I have had a lot of people that's on the what side? They're in the. I have people that has hit me up in the Philippines and people that's hit me up in China. They want to know how to open this store. So what I'm going to do is once I launch, I'm going to reach out to these same people that has reached out to me
Mhm.
and let them know you can open a store, you can franchise with me, and we'll give you all the tools that you need in order to succeed. So, yeah.
Well, I know where you can. My audience knows I do investment in Africa. Africa is the now and the future,
Yeah.
and there's such an opportunity for
Mm-hmm.
someone like you. Pick 54 countries, whether you like to be on the water or you want to be central. But
Mm-hmm.
what you're doing would win. It would win like big. And whether you're under the franchise or you take that model and you put a little remix, an African twist,
Right.
however that works. Because for all I know, maybe the company says we wanted to be in Africa. We were waiting for somebody to go out there, right? But
I'm with all that. I'm
I'm
with
gonna
it all.
I'm gonna send you some links and
Okay.
I got a partnership right now. This is all going on camera. I got a partnership from a former guest. He was on about
Okay.
a month ago. Who's a friend of mine. He's bringing 10 people and more to Africa in pockets, and he's teaching them how to do real estate out there. And
Mm.
the average commission on something like that is $6,000, where he's at in Rwanda, right? And
Mm-hmm.
I, again, Africa is my, it's the now, it's the future. I've been throughout.
I've been watching it, so I know exactly what you're talking about.
And
So,
guess how much money you need per month to be rich in most places?
how
Guess.
much?
Just guess. How much you think you need?
Probably like 5,000.
Try 3. Now there are some countries, if you want to stun a little bit harder and buy everybody drinks, or you got to have a certain type of home in this particular neighborhood. Yeah, and it can go
So
up.
our 3,000 that from where we're at, we can just take 3,000 from here and actually use it out there, and it can be.
A
Or will
month,
we have? Wow.
a month. And you'll have things
It's
like,
Cuba.
yeah, and you'll have the things that we do here that take up some of our time, like even folding clothes, cooking our food. We can
Right.
pay somebody to do that, and now you're stimulating the economy. Now you're hiring people. Some people have a maid for every child they have. It's just
Right.
I just throw that out there because I just finished the book, and I'm gonna send you a link to it to kind of show you people who have done exactly that, and they've been able to blow up. And I got real life, friends who I can tell you stories. But this, I'm gonna bring it back to the interview because people are like, no, I need to hear some more of that, Postal game. And
Right.
so, with COVID, did that, increase the business, or did it impact?
COVID did for my business. COVID increased my business. It went down a little bit. It went down a little, and then it went back up because I'm a non-essential. Well, yeah, I'm no, I'm an essential business, so I'm able to stay open throughout COVID. It did. I was a victim of the all of the protesting and all of that kind of stuff where they was breaking in businesses and busting windows and stuff like that. I was a victim to that, but we did have to close up like 3 days out of a week. We started off with 3 days, and then we worked 3 and stuff like that. Well, we worked 4, and we was off 3, and then we did 4 days, and then we only worked 3. We were just trying to figure it out, to try to figure out how can we still work but not still be exposed to the COVID. And so now I have did some upgrades to my office, and I put up a wall now. So now we have bulletproof glass and a wall to where we're not even have no access with the customers, and they don't have direct access to us. So we kind of have it, to where try to make it is for my employees and my customers to feel as safe as possible, and just feel like, that at least we're doing the best we can to try to keep people social distance and stuff like that. So
yeah, you are so essential, because there's been so many things people have had to mail, and to me the U.S. Post Office is a joke. It's always going to be a long line. It's always going to be a rude employee because they know they're safe. Their jobs are safe. But with this whole, you said they bursted up your windows in your store, and I'm just thinking back in Rodney King. Again, you're probably too young to remember, but I was right. I'm California, and they were doing it from Oakland to L.A. But were you not able to put like a black-owned sign, or did you not even think that?
I did once. I did. Most people around in the neighborhood know I'm black owned because they've been, either to my store or know about my store. But I don't even know if it was even anybody that was from around here that did that. So
exactly, that's what I'm going at, because Antifa came through, and I just wanted to know if there was no sign, or if they just forget that sign because they don't know what's up.
Yeah, and I don't believe it was no one in the the community where my store is located, because everybody knows I'm black owned. I'm the only black owned in my shopping center.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. So everybody is aware of that. But once I had to get it boarded up, and put the wood up. Then I put a sign up there, black owned business, and then I put black owned business matter too. So we just put like a slogan up there, and
Okay. And let insurance do what insurance is for.
it did.
Yeah.
Yes, it did.
Now, how many employees do you have?
Currently, right now, I have 5.
Okay. 5
Mhm.
employees, and you say you're ready to take it global and get, hundreds more. You've been an entrepreneur for a while. Did you
Yes.
have to do anything new for this business, like dealing with your employees? Did you have to have more sympathy? Did you have to, or be on people even harder because you're like, this is people's mail. We can't mess
Right.
this up.
Well, yeah. I mean, well, I'm hard on my employees anyway. Not too hard, but I'm hard work because I don't like a lot of mistakes being made, and I know we're gonna make some, so I know that, but I just don't want too many mistakes being made because that's a reflection of my business and also myself. So I kind of be really hard on them. We do weekly trainings, and also we also do weekly employee like meetings where we do trainings also in the meetings. So because I want to keep them up to date on everything, and also I want them to be diligent and know their due diligent when they're working and dealing with my customers. So pretty much everybody that's here now, they're pretty good at what they do, and I have a good team. So I'm proud of them for that. And I just was telling them that if the shutdown is not coming up and we are able to go, I want to give them a Christmas party. So we're gonna do a Christmas party. I'm gonna do a Christmas party for
Okay. Why do I see like Acapulco or Playa del Carmen in the Christmas party's future?
them.
Yeah. Look, I'm putting the seeds out there.
That's
Now,
right.
now, black business does matter. And I'm going to go kind of all the way around just so you didn't say this. This is what I said. Black business matters. But a lot of times you see people going after, government monies and they're like, I'm a black business, but they don't necessarily hire black. And you'll hear many black owners sometimes say it's hard to find black people, us being a minority who will do the job as well as somebody who is not black. So I just want good workers, not necessarily workers that look like me. LeBron and myself and others, maybe you're like this too, want to have your team look like you just because there's certain things that you need them to handle at a time that culturally are normal in our community. Now, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, for me, I have a diverse, but my whole team is black right now. I've had Hispanics work for me, but it's hard to find. It doesn't matter who it is. It doesn't matter if it's Hispanic, white. It doesn't matter if they're black. They're still hard to find. It just depends on the individual, because I have some great black workers right now that works very good. I have my manager. She's here on time every day. She's never late, and I know when she come in because it alerts my phone. So she's never late. So it's just depending on the individual that you hire, because it could be, it don't matter what color they are. If they lazy, they lazy. Period.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They don't want to work, they don't want to work. Doesn't matter. But so I'm not gonna say that, because I have good black people that work for me. And then I've had good Hispanic people that work for me, and I had bad Hispanic people work for me, and stuff like that. So, and bad black people that work for me. So it just all depends on the individual that you hire, you
No,
know.
yeah.
It's lesson learned.
Yeah, that it definitely is that. And again, I can make an argument on both sides. That's like the lawyer in me to be, like, hey, it's hard to find people who just want to work now. Dave Ramsey says, what employees do, they come to work late, they steal while they're there, and they leave early. And you'll find that in all shades. But
Right.
we do have section of, black business who will say black, black, black until they're the only ones. And, they sometimes, I don't know. So I
I
just think,
think what
yeah.
it is, we get so frustrated with our own kind so quickly, and we give up on our own kind so quickly. That's why, they feel like that. But you keep trying to hire somebody Hispanic, or you're going to get the same results. Trust me. I mean, I had a Hispanic working for me, and he was stealing from me
Mm,
and smiling in my face, coming to work as like nothing ever happened. And then when I'm checking my books and going over my documents, I seen that there was money missing. And
mm.
it was a lot of money too. So, you just, in this type of field, you just have to be cautious. Like now I have a new camera system put up in my office. Um, you just have to be mindful. You have to watch your business, at all times. And you have to have stuff put in place where you have you know, the cameras rolling where you can go back and check how the day went, what they did for the day, who's doing what, who's not doing what. So you'll have an idea what's going on in your business when you're not there. So that's basically, how I look at it. You just really have to pay attention to what's going on. But for the most part, I've been blessed. God has been good to me. So I can't complain, and it's just get better and better each year. I had last year was a not so good year, but it wasn't bad. But this year has made up for last year. So
I'm glad to hear that. And,
mhm.
with all the success that you're having and gonna have in the future when you franchise globally in Jesus Christ's name,
Yes, Lord.
what what is like your community give back that you are doing or that you want to do in the future?
Okay, thank you for asking. Because what I'm trying to do for Christmas is I'm trying to do a giveaway. I'm trying to do a turkey toy giveaway. That's the goal. So we'll be giving out turkeys and toys for the kids. That's what I want to be. That's what I want to do, and I want to do it at my store, in front of my store, in the parking lot of my store. And so I've been talking to my PR, Lamont, about this, and we're trying to get it. We're trying to get that going and see what we can do to try to make it happen for Christmas. So we're working on that. I spoke with him last night regarding this, and I hope that we can really pull it together. And I get some sponsors that want to be a part of it. That'd be great too. Because mostly I was willing to pay. I want to do it so bad I'm willing to pay out of pocket.
No, it's always great when you're willing to put something out of pocket because folks who sponsor things, they want to see that. They want to see, do you have any skin in the game or is it all
Oh,
just for
yeah,
money?
I'm putting up all my money. If nobody's sponsoring, I'm still gonna do it.
Yeah.
But it would be nicer to know if somebody was able to sponsor, because the more the merrier, and the more I have, the more that I can give. So that's why I would want to sponsor. But other than that, I'll just do what I can and help who I can, and first come, first serve. Who come get it first is the ones who get it. And then once we run out, it is what it is. But I'm a giving heart. I love to give, you know. So yeah, that's something that I'm definitely gonna be doing.
Well, no, awesome. And the more you get, the more you give to live. So I can see it. I can feel it. Entrepreneurs usually we don't create jobs just because we don't want to listen to anybody else, but it's that we can solve problems better than the other person can.
Right.
So why should we waste our time taking orders when we can do the hiring and you're impacting people's lives. And if you get it, if you're just under, if people are just under you, you're not really doing nothing. But when you flip the pyramid over and see how those people keep you afloat and going and staying, black and beautiful, because it don't crack if we don't smoke it. So you can just be joyful. You given the game. I don't want to give the people a game overload, but I do want to ask my final question is, you got to tell us about this reality TV pilot you're going to shoot, and are you going to have a book to go with it?
Well, I don't know about the book as of yet. That's everybody say I need to write a book about my life, but I'm definitely shooting a pilot that I am funding, and it's about, my life, but it's also about, me on my everyday and running my business and stuff like that. But it's also about not only me but my siblings, and just giving you a look on, how I grew up, what we had to deal with, and we overcame our adversities, you know, because we had a, a rough childhood, but it wasn't that rough, but it was rough, because we had a mother that was addicted to crack cocaine. So that's some challenges that me and my siblings, and we all was born with drugs in our system.
Mm,
Children, yes. So,
okay.
mhm.
Ooh, man, I'm gonna be. I need to see that sizzle, that trailer, because
Yeah,
that.
I am gonna shoot it to you when I'm done. I definitely am gonna shoot it to you when I'm done.
Yeah, and
But so we just started filming on the 14th, which was my grandbaby's birthday party. We
uh-huh.
started there filming at her birthday party.
Okay, I gotta send you over some links since you go on that TV route that you can go check some things out. You'll be here in South Florida quicker than you think, actually. Once this whole COVID thing uh,
Right.
clears out, you guys. I don't want to give a game overload. We're gonna take the conversation briefly off air, but make sure you like, share, subscribe. I thank you for coming on and being a guest, giving the game.
Okay. And could I tell them where they can find me at?
You surely can.
Okay, you can find me at www.capitalpostalmailbox.com. And also you can find me on Instagram and Facebook at Capital Postal Mailbox. And you can also call our office at 562-337-8284.